is that? That's the chief.
To die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got an abortion, I end up surviving this shit. And if I want a son, I ain't got the money, I'll probably be robbing this shit. Don't know how much I cry for this shit.
Let's get it.
You know murder's my hobby, inside of my closet's a bunch of dead bodies and shit. Niggas say that I'm cursed, cause I go to church and stare at the Bible and shit. Shorty say I'm the worst, cause I do my dirt, and I don't be hiding this shit. Bitch, I'm a savage.
We're gonna be talking about rodents tonight. Fucking rats. Anyway, but as you all know, we've been talking about kind of like, I don't know, the 6-year anniversary of C-19 and the global shutdown that we saw 6 years ago. A time period kind of where we saw a very big, financial shift. Again, this world shutdown started with a change shortage, right? And that virus in 2020, again, 6 years ago, we're going to get into that 6 years ago part later. It started in a year where in America we were printing bats on the 2020 coin, the quarter, and they tell us that virus came from a bat. I wonder if there's going to be a rat on the 2026 quarter. I'll behave, but anyway, listen, this is what I'm saying now. We've been talking about this since Super Bowl 60 released. Our very first Super Bowl slide showed you this connection back to C-19 in 2020. Down the rabbit hole we went. Back to, full circle back to seeing this and what we're seeing. If you were to wake up today and say go on X and refresh the page and just scroll, you're going to see something, all kinds of things about Hanta-Lie-rus. Okay? So, yesterday they even came out and told us that they were, looking into creating a vaccine for this Hanta-Lie-rus on 5/7 yesterday. And I shared that with you guys. Scientists right here working to create Hanta-Lie-rus vaccine per BBC 57, right? So, not surprising, but what may be surprising to some of you is, what if we were to tell you that patent has already been made, that vaccine has already been made? April 24th, 2025. A year ago. Right? You see what I'm saying? But I'll behave here. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty interesting that we continue to see these decodes that we're putting out months and months in advance slowly start to come into fruition, right? As we start to see the news, like I said, all over social media this morning. It was pretty hectic. Now, not so much. But again, this all started, others have been sharing this, people here in the community, shout out to you guys. But we're seeing this all started from it's easier to just paste on the charts, but from the 33-day Atlantic Odyssey that turned into a Hanta-Lie-rus nightmare. Okay? Very unique. again, not really. It's all by the numbers, right? Because 33 years ago, we also saw all of this take place again, right? So, you're telling me in 1993, we saw 33 cases of Hanta-Lie-rus break out. And now 33 years later, on a 33-day Atlantic Odyssey, we're seeing Hanta-Lie-rus break out again. In a horse year. Okay? Screaming that it's worse and fatal than what happened in 1993. It's got a 40% death rate is what they're saying, compared to COVID, which had a 1%, right? So history just always repeats is what I'm getting at. And they're more than likely going to continue to pump this narrative and push this biological attack and weapon as we head into the World Cup, right? Where fans from all over the world are going to be packing into stadiums and then returning home. Okay, just like in 2019 when we saw the U.S. military games being held in Wuhan, China. And then, well, those militaries proceeded to return home to their countries and, well, spread the virus. Correct? Just like we were teaching here back in 2020. But Hanta-Lie-rus is here is what they're telling us. And anytime there is a pandemic, the government prints money. And what do you know? Cha-ching, cha-ching, ba-ba-ba, banger, banger, banger. S&P 500 hitting $7,400 like we were saying in our last few classes. No one else doing that. The fifth wave pumping us higher. Let's go, new all-time highs. You can't call the highs, they say. Hanta-Lie-rus is here. And like I said, anytime there is a pandemic, they print more money. Money printer go brrrr. We know this. This means excess money in circulation. Quantitative easing. Finally here. With the Hanta. With the rodent. This was the secret of 2020, 2021. Right? When we saw more money printed than the past 214 years prior to 2020. They printed $14 trillion in 2020 and 2021. That sent Bitcoin from $3,000 to $69,000. Right after a global pandemic. Right after Pokemon cards were going crazy, like they recently are, huh? Virus news. Pokemon cards going crazy? What? GameStop back in the news? What? 2020, 2021, all over again. Like nobody realizes this. It's like we were talking about over the last few months when we fell from $126,000 all the way down to $59,000, $60,000. And we were talking about it being the worst sell-off we have seen in all of history, especially on October 10th of last year, a day we were warning you the day before, October 9th. We were giving it as the warning day, the Skull and Bones ritual day, tied to Yale University, right? And it ended up being the largest liquidation and crash Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has ever seen. Just like when C19 had shook us up, and I was explaining then, it was very similar to when C19 shook us up. It was the largest prior to what we saw in October of last year, and then we saw the markets purge and run higher, and new all-time highs came, and it was the largest pump we had ever seen. 6 years later, here we are. Virus outbreak, GME back in the news, Pokemon cards going crazy. We've had a sell-off for 7 months almost. And now here we are, still getting ready to potentially see if Bitcoin repeats 2020 and 2021 all over again. Or is this that Mayday crisis? That black swan event of 2026. That Economics magazine cover, right? Let us pray. Make a vaccine. Check. Did that. 2025. Have a pandemic simulation. Check. We did that on May 3rd. Nobody remembers that, right? I think we even shared that. See if it'll copy. Where's the picture? Okay, we'll watch this. It's not letting me print it from my notes. How about that? But the World Health Organization, okay, so they created a vaccine last year. World Health Organization holds Hanta-Lie-rus 2, a 2-day high-level simulation exercise based around an outbreak of a fictional new bacterium spreading across the world, bringing together 26 countries in the 2026 year, that 26 number we've been talking about, between April 22nd and 23rd, right? Okay. So create a vaccine, okay? Hold a pandemic simulation and outbreak test. You know, get the data, right? Get the media on board then. See, look at social media. Go all over the news right now and see what they're talking about. You already know they paid off the politicians. They utilized gain of function in 2020 with Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 45 minutes down the road from my last house I was living at, remember? And then say there's an outbreak. I'm just telling you what they do. It is nothing new. Mayday. From 1993, 33 years later, on a 33-day cruise, we see 23 cases confirmed. That 2-3 number, the 2 3s, right? So it kind of makes you wonder, how come we saw another virus 6 years after C19? Well, what happened 6 years prior to C19, you guys? Anybody remember? Horse year 2024. I'm sorry, 2026 horse year now. We got Hanta-Lie-rus. In a rat year, this is a rat virus, they're telling us. In a rat year in 2020, we had a bat virus and C19. Well, in the horse year of 2014, did we not have the Ebola breakout? You know what I'm saying? I mean, 6 years prior to that, in 2008, it was the swine flu. You see what I'm saying? Every 6 years, like clockwork. Part of that 666 code we've been on for the last several months as we come out of Super Bowl 60, Donald Trump's 60-minute interview, hitting 60K in the 2-6 year. And hitting that in the 6th week of the year on 2526 this year. And now getting this ritual yet again. Are you ready to stay another 6 feet apart? To hide your smiles, hide your identity? Because I'm not. We're not falling for your nonsense. We never have, we never will. This is Bear Flu Crimes 2.0. So, if we were to go to a few days coming up, because today's 5/8, and we're starting to see all this news on Twitter, and I was telling y'all, pay attention to that anniversary of the Pope being, 1 year anniversary of the Pope and his papacy. Pope Poppy, right? Anyway, not surprising. But if we were to go and compare this to a few days coming up, because the world shut down on 3/10. It was the last day of normality, right? Bad Bunny's birthday, correct? He was just in Super Bowl 60's halftime performance. March 10th is his birthday, okay? That was the last day of normality in 2020 because on March 11th, 3/11, they shut the world down. So let's go back to 3/11 of 2020 and take it to May 10th, right? Why is that important? Why do we view May 10th, coming up in 2 days, Sunday, as an important day? Because, well, if March is the first month, then May is really the third month. So it's really 3/10. It's a tie back to 3/10/2020, the day they shut the world down. And we see it's exactly 321 weeks since March 10th. That 3-2-1 go code we've been teaching you. Right? 74 months. Correct? The S&P 500 just hit $7,400. Right? But it's also approaching that 6-year and 66-day mark as we head into the 15th and the start of this year's Mercuralia and the Festival of Mercury that we've been teaching you about in our thesis. All tied to C19. Exactly 322 weeks after the world shut down. So irrefutable, undeniable that this day, Mercuralia, May 15th, adding up to 66 in date numerology, being 6 years and 66 days after the world had shut down. The last day of normality, we call it. Well, we're going to be paying attention to this with this Hanta-Lie-rus news, which is coming 6 years after C19. Okay? So irrefutable, undeniable that this is a kill day. This is a kill week. Okay? Period. And we know that. Okay? That 17 code. Right? Just going to be paying attention to this. But that 322 Brotherhood of Death code. Right? That Mercury code. That 15th. 315. Right? If we view May as the real third month, it's that 315 heading into 316, that most famous Bible verse of, well, ritual sacrifice. For God so gave his only son. You see what I'm saying here? Very important day as we approach Mercuralia by the numbers. So, again, this ain't natural. Okay? Let's remember that. Let's not fall for the fear here. Let's remember that this is, well, man-made. Okay? Because if you were to go and look at the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine adverse event report, a 38-page report, you will find on page 33 that the Pfizer vaccine causes and can cause adverse event reactions of hantavirus pulmonary infection. No. So are they the spreaders that we talked about a few years ago? The ones that schools are now saying during vaccine season, parents, keep your vaccinated kids at home because they can cause spreading. This is posted in schools now. Posted on flyers in doctors' offices. seen with my own personal eyes. I've shared this with you guys here in the Discord over the last few years as we've seen this transition from, 14 days to slow the spread, which then ended in 2022, 2023 in some parts of the world. And now here we are 3 years later, after the ending finally of what was 14 days to slow the spread. But very unique what we're witnessing. 2032, as we head into 2033. Again, with all this 33 Hanta-Lie-rus code, 6 years from now, what are we going to see? Kind of makes you wonder now, don't it? Because what is that going to be? Well, if this is a midterm election year, of course we get a virus. Kind of like Zika, kind of like Ebola, kind of like swine flu, kind of like coronavirus. Here we are with Hanta-Lie-rus. You see what I'm saying? You can go all the way back to the 90s and do this. Every midterm, every election year, we get some kind of outbreak. Crazy, right? Conspiratorial is what some would say, but I just think it's pattern recognition. Okay? 2026 year, you got The Simpsons out here predicting it in season 23, episode 19. Why episode 19? Because it's tied to Corona 19, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'll behave. Not only did this break out on what people are calling a cruise ship, but it's really not even a cruise ship. Okay? So what it is actually a Class 6 vessel. Okay, there's kind of a big difference. Okay, it's actually a biolaboratory owned by bioscientists. Huh. Crazy. Right? So again, ask yourself why it broke out on that ship. You know what I'm saying? And why didn't it break out on the last Spirit Airlines flight last week? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That could have been the perfect opportunity to do it too. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Very unique though, what we are seeing and witnessing. That duality, polarization in this midterm election year that they've got a cause. Stay at home. Let us get your votes. We ain't gonna buy that shit as Americans that went through it the first time. It is what it is. But why are we getting this Hanta-Lie-rus 33 code? It's got that 137. Some of y'all were already pointing this out, Rebecca Carrington and others, you know what I'm saying, that 33rd prime number, right? So that's why you saw it break out on a 33-day Atlantic Odyssey cruise, right? 23 confirmed cases, 23 is the 2 3s, right? So, equaling 33. So very important. But why is that even important? Well, what are they telling you? Where are they telling you it came from? 6 years after excuse me. 6 years after a rat year, they're telling you it came from a rodent. So multiply 3 together, you guys, and what do y'all get? Y'all gonna tell me 9. Multiply it to its highest form in mathematics. What do you get? You multiply 3 to the power of 3, and you get 27. You see what I'm saying? And so by doing that, so 3 squared is 9. So 3 to the power of 3 is 3 times 9 is 27. Okay, and what do you get in rodent? You get that 27. Okay? That 86 code, murder code, that kill code like I told you about. Right? But that 27, very important. I think that's showing us something in the price action as well. Potentially 107K, 27th prime number, right? Master Chief Code, that 107, 106 area that we've been talking about. Wrote it, giving us 86. Let's go back to 106,000 after we break 86K, right? 106 tied to that 86 code because on October 6th we were on 86 days left in the year last year when we hit 126K and saw our highs, right? So very unique what we're seeing with this code.
And every negative thing I said, I swear I take it back. I know you don't understand my words, but you will eventually. When you get older, I hope you don't hold this shit against me. Hope you understand I love you.
Alright, got a few more people. Roy Moore, War Machine. Check out these comments. I wonder if these.
I've been feeling empty. I put my emotions in this music when I'm feeling empty. I hope you forgive me.
Bilderberg meeting.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
We just saw that. We just saw the planned pandemic. You know what I'm saying? We just had Davos at the beginning of the year. You know, none of this is surprising either, though. You know, the X-Files even. You know, people are sharing this X-Files episode from back in the day.
You right?
You know my work? I was right about Dallas, wasn't I?
How are you right?
Are you familiar with the Hanta-Lie-rus, Agent Mulder?
Yeah, it was a deadly virus spread by field mice in the southwestern United States several years ago.
Wrote
In
it.
the newspaper, FEMA was called out to manage an outbreak of the Hanta-Lie-rus. Are you familiar with what the Federal Emergency Management Agency's real power is? FEMA allows the White House to suspend constitutional government upon declaration of a national emergency. Think about that. What is an agency with such broad sweeping power doing managing a small viral outbreak in suburban Texas?
You're saying it wasn't such a small outbreak?
No. I'm saying it wasn't the Hanta-Lie-rus.
Well, what was it?
A fucking bioweapon. I'll shut the fuck up. I'm new here. It's my first day.
When we were young men in the military, your father and I were recruited for a project. They told us it was biological warfare, a virus.
Huh?
What killed those men?
What killed them, I won't even write about. We have no context for what killed those men, or any appreciation of the scale at which it'll be unleashed in the future.
A plague?
The plague to end all plagues, Agent Mulder. A silent weapon for a quiet war. The systematic release of an indiscriminate organism, for which the men who will bring it on still have no cure. They've been working on this for 50 years. While the rest of the world have been fighting gooks and commies, these men have been secretly negotiating a planned Armageddon.
Negotiating with whom?
I think you know.
Secretly negotiating a planned Armageddon. And since we've been seeing these World War III talks speed up and speed up and speed up since last year when Uranus entered Gemini and we started seeing it take hold, and then this year after Super Bowl 60 and we started seeing more as it approached, right? And everyone's calling that war a planned Armageddon. Huh. So how does all this keep, again, showing that future proves past? That, well, everything is reciprocal. It reciprocates. You see what I'm saying? Nothing's new under the sun. Nothing new in history. It repeats itself. We know this. But yeah, very unique what we're seeing. And now I'm very interested in when the money printer comes back on.
Get away from me. If I was you, I watch what you say to me. Snakes all in my bed, wanna lay with me. This ain't no motherfucking game, why you play with me?
There's that.
Play with me, this the only thing I love.
Again, 26 country pandemic simulation that the World Economic Forum just held at the end of April. Hanta-Lie-rus. I forgot to do the decode on that. The 3 6s, of course. And that 27, that 108, right there around that 107K range I was talking about. That's unique. That same 27, third cube, right? So, just Polaris tied to the rodent, tied to this hantavirus that we're seeing, just still. And again, seeing most of this, all this break on 3-8, you know, the massive hysteria of it, and it being on everybody's X accounts and everything this morning. Not surprising to even see the Fear and Greed Index hitting 38 today. Again, May 8th. Today actually being 3-8. Okay. So May really being the third month is 3-8, that murder 83 code, right? 128th day of the year tied to the angel of death. Okay. So very unique. No, I'm sorry, that's 138. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Nice. I'm eating some apricot kernels, man. These things taste like shit.
I live in the moment. I fuck my bitch in the morning. I take that shit when I want it. All you new niggas be frying. You just be lying. I keep it 300. Came up for nothing. I say what I wanted. No, ain't no discussion. I aim and I boost. Get away from me. If I was you, I watch what you say to me. Snakes all in my bed. Wanna lay with me. This ain't no motherfucker.
Well, I mean, as soon as they start releasing UFO files today, you know what I'm saying? We get this mass hysteria of the virus news, you know. And again, they were talking about looking for vaccines yesterday. They were, and things like that. So again, we've been seeing this since the break of this Class 6 vessel, and biolaboratory confirmed 23 cases. You know, that thing people are calling a cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's kind of like they're pushing for that, you know, energy of lockdowns, which is why Donald Trump was just out here in a video talking about, we're not doing it, we're not buying it. You know, he'll strip funding of any airport or, you know, local travel, school, or anything that, you know, requests vaccine or shots and mask mandates, etc., etc. So I mean, like, he's already like trying to lay the footprint to, like, Americans ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's as if they don't want it coming out. You know what I'm saying? This UFO stuff, this disclosure day that everybody's building up to for June 12th, correct? So it just feels like Project Bluebeam is about to hit us. The false rapture, fake alien invasion that I've been talking about, about to hit us probably. You know, it could between now and Independence Day, right? The movie, right? Very unique, but I don't know. This is just regular, typical Mayday mayhem energy to me. I'm really not even caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? We were just neutral for the first time in 7 months on the Fear and Greed Index. So, like, they got to give us something to try and scare us, right? But yeah, fear doesn't dictate my life. I just know this to be, like y'all said, another distraction. Yeah. Yeah. That's what snakes do, man. The man gave you a snake speech in his last term, and then he just won an election again in the serpent year. Okay, as we enter the serpent year, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, like, the man told you, silly woman, you knew I was a snake, right? That's what he said in that speech when he told us the story about the woman who took in the snake, right? And then the snake bit her in the end. Well, you know, yeah, he does exactly the opposite of what he says. He's a fucking politician, man. You know what I'm saying? In 36 years of my life, I've only known them to be liars. You know, Electric guy brought up what Hanta-Lie-rus means in Honduras, Hungarian, Hungaria, and it means lie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not buying it. You've got a 7'4" dude in the NBA that they're calling the alien right now. You know what I'm saying? The S&P's hitting 7,400. They're disclosing alien news, and they're hitting us with this Hanta-Lie-rus. It's all a fucking lie, man. Take the A and the N off of alien, it spells lie. You know, it's just that Mayday Mayhem energy. Distraction. Turn the money printer on. Print 28 trillion this time. That's what you do. Send us from 60K to 211. But yeah, all I do is, yeah, I saw them post that. I was gonna share it with you guys, but I was like, man, yeah, I better not. I was trying to get some stuff done. But yeah, and then, you know, they've been saying lock in, lock in, lock in. You know, tap in, tap in. They've been telling us these things, man. I'm fucking locked in, bro. Like, they about to fucking lock it down. I mean, but I'll behave. You know, just paying attention. But I think we're about to see the butterfly effect. I think we're about to see 86K now. Rodent confirming that. You know what I'm saying? Rodent 86, right? Rodent 76, right? We could see 76 first, 223, 322 EMA. We could see 74 again first real quick. You know, a nice A, B, C correction and then go higher. We'll just have to wait and see. There were a lot of 74 connections we just made. 74 months from C19, and the last day of normality is one we were just making as we approach the 15th next week. So S&P at 74K or 7,400, you know, we were making that connection too. Finally hitting this 223 EMA on the daily on our Cryptos Andy Warhol chart, and we also hit our fib channel, you guys, the one that we've been following, wanting to hit it, the 2.618. All right, we've tapped it. We've tapped the 223 SMA, the 223 EMA. So now we want to see if we can't get to that 322 at 86K on the daily time frame. Rodent 86, right? That's where we're going to be looking for potential murder in the charts. 83 to 86K. That's critical resistance. We don't want to get stopped out at this fib channel. Okay, now that we've hit it, we don't want to get stopped out there. We don't want to get stopped out at this 223, 322, this fib circle. We We want to start breaking. We want to start ripping. All right. So, same thing. And that's what this is showing us again. It's a different fib channel. I've just got a few charts like this. But anyways, that horizontal level of 86K with that 6.8 fib accumulation fib. So that could send us to the 0.5 dead cat mounts at 106, 107, 108K like we've been talking about. Go back to Donald Trump's inauguration highs. So let's see what happens. This could just be more of that Mayday sale we were talking about with this chart the other day in class. We got up, we broke the firmament. We were talking about doing something that Nancy Pelosi and Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and them have never done, right? Breaking the firmament. Anyway, Mayday, mayhem. Okay. Mother's Day. It's all about the M's. Mercuralia this month, right? It's all about the M's. Double tops. So, do we come up here and set a lower high? Do we double top and then get that Memorial Day sale? You see the other end there? Okay. Or do we just keep, like I said, push up lower high 82, 81K, 79. ABC right here. Memorial Day sale into the end of the month. Mid of the month, right? It's just what we're looking for. But things we've taught about in the past. A lot of these names are suspicious. I mean, when is the next race? In a few days away? Or is it this weekend? Yeah, next weekend. That's what I thought. Alright, you guys. I'll be right back. I gotta step away for a few minutes tonight. I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to have class because I had a family member and stuff coming over for a few minutes. But it looks like they may be about to be here. So just give me a few minutes, okay?
Stuck in the ground, I'm stuck in the ground. Look me in my eyes, call me on my lies. I'm stuck in this ground, yeah. December 1st, 2017. We begin. All money in. Y'all die. Yeah. Wow. The marathon continues, nigga. Whoa. See niggas all-star weekend. We'll see about it. Hey, look, this that shit that made me ball out on my old bitch, ooh. Yeah, I'm chosen, I ain't felt this since COVID, ooh. Can't control it, I got lit and now I'm zoning, ayy. This my moment, I don't trust no hoe, I'm boning, ooh. Maury Povich, I made a change, I had to be different, I hate when I'm stuck on the edge. I ain't got time to argue with niggas, I'd rather get money instead. Word of my folks, we used to be close, so now I'm just stuck in my head. I wanted a rose, but I like the ghost, if I'm making love to the dead, I gotta step to the podium. I run this shit like Napoleon. My niggas smoking petroleum. Back when the nigga had no DMs, I had to clean with the other custodians. Nobody fuck with me, nobody noticed them. Now I'm that nigga, they salty and sodium. Bitch, I'm the bomb, I lit the plutonium. when she got a twin and I need the both of them. Streets can't hold me. We ain't not friends, so please don't blow me. Bitch, come blow me. Pull up my Mamba, R.I.P. Kobe, that's my OG. Still no Grammy, but I got trophies. Then I went OT. She text me low-key, water emoji. Feeling myself like, look what I built. Like, look at my wealth. I did what I felt. I bet on myself, reinvented myself. All the plaques I got won't fit on my shelf. I'm sick of myself, jumped out of my skin, hopped into my shell. I'm feeling quite well. You ain't been in my prison, won't fit in my cell, won't fit in my pants. Don't look at my belt. I mean what I say and I say what I meant, my nigga. Stand on that. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, my nigga. Stand on that. I built my own empire to get to my kids, my nigga. Stand on that. Try to do everything with them that I never did, my nigga. Stand on that. I went through the storm, but I made a way, so I'll be alright. Stand on that. If you never crossed me, you did me wrong. I got you for life. Stand on that. I built a team of sharks, and all of them niggas are bites. Stand on that. If you got an enemy, I got an enemy. Get them on sight.
Play with my feelings and you gon' catch feelings. Yo, people gon' feel it. I ran with the villains, was willing and dealing. I'm worth a few million, I'm chasing the billion. I'm up like a ceiling, I'm really a real. A batch or a piece from the soil, and you can get popped like a boil. Bitch, boy, you gon' leak like some oil. Walk up on me and I'm dumping. As long as I can see it coming, it's on. If I run out of ammo, I'm running. I'm gone, even though I'm an animal. Long as I done made it home. Got a family to feed and I'm grown. A good Lord made me strong, highly favored and chosen. My heart made of stone, I guess you could say frozen. So leave me alone, I'm unbroken, outspoken. I stand by my word cause it's golden. Out here in the Pacific Ocean, West Coastin'. Don't let a hoe make us enemies. We family just like the Genovese. Stick to the script, we don't do sucker shit and we deep like a herd of them wildebeest. Trademarks and entities, no I ain't selling. Look like I push dope, but I really push hope. Dress like a boss, but I rap like I'm broke. You offer parole to make sure that you vote. My ninja, you're not alone. My post for the gram with my money phone. Turn my bands to a fan like I'm hella young. Take a picture with money all down my arm. Just to show we the same, but though I'm reformed. Diamonds yellow like kettle corn. I never drive it, but trust me, I got a form. Fuck politics and democracy, let's put our money together by property. I came in the game with a prayer and a wish and a dream. I stand on that. Vow to take care of my kids and my family. I'm spitting this over their head like a drum. I stand on that. If we rockin', we rockin'. I rock what you right or you wrong. I stand on that. It's a resurgence on thorough ones. Gotta stay solid and stiff. I stand on that. Can't be an imposter, a fraud, a fake, or a counterfeit. I stand on that. Some of my dudes got jobs and some of them sell narcotics. I stand on that. I'm an entrepreneur. I develop my own products.
King of the South, your music original. Former pharmacist, been back on medicinal. Lay down the law and I'm standing on principles. Consequences come with it, make it intentional. All of your visual haunted, ignore me. I grew up on game for too short and need 40. Your triple OG and you're about to be 40. Still run up on me, we'll be popping these 40s. We not going forward. I know you can't see the tree for the forest. Let the allure, money and whores take you to a place where your ass will get torn. Okay, now you've been warned. Only one more suggestion before we move on. Pray to the Lord that you can afford. What it gon' cost you for you to move forward in life? Facing the working scenario without a planet of dead, you're rolling the dice. Get it how I do it nowadays. Who the fuck Ray D guy? Been fucking on your bitch all day. She don't wanna weigh me back. Okay, high NG, a ball of survey of the sovereignty. I'm probably in a fly boutique with a low key freak trying to try new things. King. They say things, I do things. I buy buildings, they buy new bling. Make your bitch my boo thing. Got a problem with it, let my younger run through things. Stand up guy must stand for something. Cross that line, nigga, I know one thing. Violation mean demonstration mandatory. I stand on that. I'ma go in your shit, you in my face talking shit with my daughter. I stand on that. Defend her honor and my old lady, my mama. I stand on that. Man of my word, handle my business, nigga, I promise. I stand on that. I ain't never folded, ain't never told no nigga. I stand on that. Due to the fact that's how I feel, run a face, feel different. I stand on that. Yeah, I'm a 9-figure nigga ride with a stick still. I stand on that. Could doing time, still doing better than getting killed. I stand on that. Yeah.
It's my birthday, I'm about to get lit. Might blow a bag on the drip. Make it all back on a quick flip. Ayy, I just need cake and a thick bitch. Ayy, I ain't have much, just a wish list. Not a broke nigga doing big shit. I got the gun lock loaded, I'm ignorant. So keep one eye open like Slick Rig. I got the drip game, nigga, I'm the big man. Switch lanes on him, hit the mid range. Keep the big strap on me like a hitman. It go click clack, Willow while a big bang. I ain't never been shit, ain't shit changed. But niggas get lame when you get fame. Can't sleep at night till I get brains. Got a mean ass pipe in a dick game. I got a bitch on my sofa. I got a chip on my shoulder. You gotta live with your karma, and if you get hurt, then you got what you supposed to. I got hitters all over. Told them this is all over. I take the kids on drugs, and line them all up, and get them all sober. I got a little check that I cashed out, ayy. Credit card maxed out, ayy. I get lit, then I act out, ayy. I ain't wanna do it, but I blacked out, ayy. They say I need to be safe. I think I need to be straight. Fix your vibes, you need to be late. just need God or you need me mates. I left my bitch, maybe we just need space. I got gunners like Chris, like Neezy. I got brothers like Tip, like Breezy. I got stunners like Wayne, like BG. I got a hood bitch all about the bread, and she only give me head cause the bed too squeaky. I'm too smart for a hoe try G me. A bitch would be dumb if she ever try leave me. Word.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, moreno, gringo, hembra, vato, gangsters, hustlers, killers, follow. I'm the realest nigga I know. I just hit the fucking lotto.
I just hit the fucking lotto.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, moreno, gringo, hembra, vato, gangsters, hustlers, killers, follow. I'm the realest nigga I know. I just hit the fucking lotto.
I just hit the fucking lotto. Why do I feel like Manson? Ooh. Smoke y'all niggas, I feel like I just got cancer. Ay. Murder and spree's my anthem. All of y'all clowns is banter. Still can't pull your pants up. Kidnap kids like Amber. Hold a little nigga for a ransom. I moved from the trap to the mansion. Went from the hoopy to a phantom. If niggas got stuff, don't amp 'em. I never been pretty, but my mom think I'm handsome. I hate niggas that flex on camera. Little kids always trying to throw tantrums. Oh, you motherfucking dry like dandruff. You can get washed, I throw you in a hamper. I got a bitch on my sofa. I got a chip on my shoulder. You gotta live with your karma, and if you get hurt, then you got what you supposed to. I got hitters all over. Told them this is all over. I take the kids on lean and get them all clean and give them all soda. Watch how I do it, I demonstrate. Ooh, I ain't gotta move, I renovate. I don't really pray, I meditate, yeah. I ain't gotta jump, I levitate. Always on time, I'm never late. I was outside like every day, trying to turn water into lemonade. Now I'm booed up like LMA. I just want to get away. Oh, you don't want war with a rich nigga. You should hit the gym, get a bit bigger. I ain't got patience for bitch niggas. Wrap you in the basement with big tigger. Your bitch is a thought, you had kids with her. Your watch look lit, but my wrist lit her. You thought he had a plan to the fist hit her.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, moreno, gringo, hembra, vato, gangsters, hustlers, killers, follow. I'm the realest nigga I know. I just hit the fucking lotto.
I just hit the fucking lotto.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, moreno, gringo, hembra, vato, gangsters, hustlers, killers, follow. I'm the realest nigga I know. I just hit the fucking lotto.
I just hit the fucking lotto.
Hey, Unc, man, I just want to say I appreciate you, man, picking me up.
Shit, anytime. Anytime you're on the West Coast, nephew, you know I got you. I'm gonna roll out the blue carpet for you, make sure you straight.
100.
But while you're out there, I want to give you some game, man. Make sure you stay focused, man, because as you get higher, you know, it's a lot of suckers and a lot of shit that come with it. It's gonna be a bunch of suckers, haters, family gonna be acting fireways and sideways, but you're gonna have to stay to it and do the things that you blessed to do. Keep perfecting your craft, my nigga. Because when it come to you, shit, sky's the limit. Straight like that.
Straight like that.
Nah, nigga, straight like that. Huh, believe it. Let's roll, let's hit the city.
Let's do it.
Yeah, middle fingers to my foes, straight like that. This the truest story ever told, straight like that. On my phone, we speaking code, straight like that. This that shit that keep them on their toes, straight like that. How many niggas reach their goals, straight like that? How many niggas folded so they toes, straight like that? Cut you off, you had to go, straight like that. I just need some space for me to grow, straight like that. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you, straight like that. You ain't hard to find for me to touch you, straight like that. Had to grind, had to hustle, straight like that. Gained a peace of mind from the struggle, straight like that. Multi-platinum, sell a millionaire, straight like that. Those who think I owe them wasn't there, straight like that. A couple dollars in the prayer, straight like that. Ain't a single nigga that I fear, straight like that. Yeah, I done shed a couple tears, straight like that. Pouring liquor for those who ain't here, straight like that. Said you gon' make me disappear, straight like that. And you gon' have to prove it, that's a dare, straight like. You
You weren't afraid of them running it. Give it the way that you wanted it. I never knew what the money would do. If I knew, then I wouldn't want none of it. Niggas, I thought I was cool with the scheming, but they wanna dap me in public. I'm starting to think that I'm numb to it. I wore my heart on my sleeve, but decided to cover it. Wonder how crazy my son will get. I wrote a book and then buried it, covered it. Hope that he never discovered it. Wonder if he only knew all the shit that he up against. I gotta put me in front of it. I want it all and they only want some of it. I think I need me a ton of it. They wanted drama until I decided to straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight. Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight. Yeah, look, sober minds is my regime, straight like that. I don't do no drugs or sip no lean, straight like that. Yeah, crack turn my cousin to a fiend, straight like that. I just hope one day he might get clean, straight like that. Pop the shit, I'll make a scene, straight like that. I might take the shit to the extreme, straight like that. Yeah, 29 bitch, that's my team, straight like that. If they don't buy my shit, then they go stream, straight like that. New bitch in my crib, I might just dick her, straight like that. I just flip her over, I don't kiss her, straight like that. I ain't falling for no stripper, straight like that. I said fuck the labels and got richer, straight like that. Used to struggle, now we icy, straight like that. Hope my daughter don't mean no one like me, straight like that. If she do, he gotta fight me, straight like that. Someone gotta pay and shit get pricey, straight like that. Hop in the foreign, I'm swerving it. They want a dish and I'm serving it. Word to the niggas who thought I was leaving, I told them I'm staying, it's permanent. Typical nigga been hurting these women, their feelings, they wasn't deserving it. I broke their heart and I'm sure of it. I did some damage, I hope that one day I can learn from it. That probably won't be the first of it. I'm on my journey, I felt like a journalist. Never had many alternatives, only way out is to murder it. I gotta murder it, I bet that you be observing it. I'm all the way up and I'm feeling the turbulence. I need my peace, you disturbing it. You put some drama inside of my body. Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight. Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
When you gonna cut it with your hair, when your shit, when you get like 3 dreads left, like Stevie, and you gonna keep it, you just gonna cut. When you gonna cut that bitch off? Cause you know your shit coming back, nigga. I know you be in the mirror like, damn, every day. You know Stevie got like 3 of them bitches and he ain't letting them shits go for nothing. He can't see them. Are you gonna say fuck it? I'm just going, you know what? When my shit get back here, I'm just gonna cut off my 3 dreads, or you just gonna be like Stevie, nigga?
I was saying this to my wife the other night. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go bald head in a minute. And wear wigs and shit. Fuck it. Everybody else wearing motherfucking wigs. Get a whole motherfucking closet full of wigs. Let's go perm today. We going to dreadlocks. We going French braids. We going afro. We going flat top.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the hoes come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Nah. Playing no games with you niggas. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you niggas. Look, I laid down the game for you niggas. Taught you how to charge more than what they pay for you niggas. Own the whole thing for you niggas. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you niggas. It gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Hey, y'all niggas false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, nigga what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a fuck. Nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to fuck the city up. Check. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked.
Hey, what up?
Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked.
Yeah, what up? Y'all good? Did y'all hear me? You hear me now? Just checking on the chat, see what I miss. Yeah, but anyway, let's do it. Butterfly effect coming soon. That's what I told y'all, man. We're about to reach up into 88, 86K.
No smut on my rap last time that I checked. I was selling zones in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power.
Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Family, man. You know, they swing by, they come through. You know what I'm saying? It's always never announced. It's always announced, but never announced. You know what I'm saying? It's like last minute announced, you know? So it is what it is. But they told me last week or so, they were swinging through. Wouldn't be long. You know, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna hold class tonight, and I told y'all that. So I'm kind of glad I got to talk about all that Hanta-Lie-rus nonsense at the beginning now. And then that nonsense wasn't interrupted. I might do my own video on it. I'm thinking about it. Putting a lot of it together, some slides. Cause again, it's just I can see him doing something right here with this. You know what I'm saying? Even we ended the video the other day on 5-5 Cinco de Mayo, talking about that 5-6 number, and you know, if we were talking about taking this back to the last day of normality and the start of C19 being 321, 322 weeks, 321, 322 go, right? Skull and Bones code. But even if we were to take it back to March 11th of this year, the 6-year anniversary of C19, and we reached today, we, you know, it's giving us that 8 weeks, that 127 code, coming out of the 127th day of the year, 128 code. If we add the end date on the 128th day of the year, monkeypox 128, we were getting reports of that a couple years ago, that 128 code, 8 weeks and 3 days, 83, today really being, well, 3-8, right? That murder code. So again, very unique, but the reports of this breaking on 5-6, the 126th day of the year, right, which was 56 days from coronavirus and the 6-year anniversary, which is kind of, again, crazy, because we were ending that class on Cinco de Mayo talking about coronavirus giving us 56, and we were talking about this, and then we start getting these reports on May 6th, the next day, that 3-6 code, May being really the 3rd month, 6th day. So, you know, the last 72 hours, it's really building and building and building up. So again, I just think it's unique, so I might do my own video on this. But I just gotta put it all together and get it to you guys. Anybody got any questions or anything? I know I wasn't here for a little while, and I'm sorry, you guys. No, we've already been here for an hour, or y'all have been here for an hour.
No, you're good.
The 11th I'm watching, like I said, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, I'm watching, you know, just the match, C19, March 10th, March 11th, 12th, 13th being the worst days. You see, all the way into Mercuralia and the 15th. I'm watching these this week. So yeah, October was the last, but yeah, and wouldn't the best liquidation ritual will come when they shoot it up to 106, 103, 107, and 108K? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about all the shorts that would be liquidated, man. You know? And then, you know, they're going to liquidate the longs. Once they do that, they'll liquidate them right on the way up or as soon as they get up there. You know what I'm saying? Those chasing green candles, buying in quickly, right? But yeah. Now 11th of next month, that's when I would see the pandemic breaking out. And then building it up until the 11th of next month, the electric guy, that 611 code, the 116 code you get in the date of my birth, the 116th day of the year, right? But no, June, right there, 3 days before Donald Trump's birthday, you see that 33 code, right? 3 days before Donald Trump's birthday, they shut us down with this Hanta-Lie-rus. Like, that's what I would be looking at, is that 611, you know, for them to give this about 33 days of, you see what I'm saying? 33 days of culminating in the minds of the masses, and more fear building up news, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though. But yeah, because what's 6 times 11? The 66 code we got in coronavirus, right? When you type out corona, it's a 6-letter word that equals 66, right? Let's do that real quick to show people, because it's been a few years. But corona, 6-letter word, giving you 66 in English ordinal, right? 6-letter word, 66, 666. Okay, that 33. Okay, tied to the Hanta-Lie-rus, 137, 33rd prime, right? 33 cases 33 years ago confirmed, and now here we are 33 years later seeing 23 cases confirmed. The 2-3, right? And that was just on one cruise ship. Now there's more confirmed all over the world. But that cruise ship was set to sail for 33 days, right? Not only that, in the Pfizer adverse event reaction report from the COVID shots, Pfizer finally released the data on it, and then on page 33 it shows that you can, well, an adverse reaction to getting the Pfizer BioNTech shots were Hanta-Lie-rus pulmonary infection. Remember? So page 33, you find that out of a 38-page report. So, you know, it's all tied to this 33, the 66 code. That's just what we've been sharing. And again, this news was breaking us this daily time frame. Let's go back to Friday, April 3rd. This news started breaking right there on May 6th, our most recent high of hitting the 223 EMA 33 days after the death of Jesus Christ. Like we were talking about in our last class on Tuesday night, we were talking about what's that 33 days from Jesus Christ, right? So when did this really event take place? Because I was getting the news on May 6th. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching the news on this take place over the last 72 hours. Did this happen May 4th? May the 4th be with you day? Did it happen May 3rd, the really 3-3 date? Like somebody find me the first article on this, because when you go online, like I said, it's everywhere. It's polarizing. You know, it's doing its job and what they've designed it to do, and get out to you and cause, well, fear. False evidence appearing real that makes you forget everything and run. It's a distraction. So somebody tell me the day this actually took place. You guys still hear me? I just want to make sure. May 4th is a Roman Emperor Day. Yes. Are you saying that's when this cruise ship took place? This Class 6 vessel. Okay. Big difference. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out when this actually took place, the event we've been decoding. Yeah, see, I'm not sure neither. That's why I was trying to figure out, but I couldn't find a confirmed source. I believe I know, but I just wasn't trying to quote anything in this video while I was doing the decode, because this is all fresh off the top of my head, you know, just what we've been seeing since it's all transpired, connecting it back to, you know, C19 like we've been doing in our decodes for the last few months, like I said. But we knew they were sharing connections to this for a reason since Super Bowl 60, election year, midterm election year. Like I said, Zika virus, Hanta-Lie-rus now, Zika virus, coronavirus, you had Ebola, swine flu, like, just go back the last 20 plus years and pay attention, you know. So, but mainly every 6 years you have a major outbreak. 2008 swine flu, 2014 you had the Ebola outbreak, 2020 you got corona, 2026 you got Hanta-Lie-rus. You see that? I mean, that's 6, 12, 18, that's 24 of the last years of your life I've just gave you, you know, in this pattern recognition. And these are all ones I remember personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, third generation medicine, third generation finance, grandfather and retired from the IRS, my mom's sister, his daughter, my investment banker, taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? My mom, licensed practitioner, nurse. I took medical. I went to medical school. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, it's very. I just feel like my life is a movie right now. But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I've been saying. Is that this is a adverse side effect and reaction and event to the Pfizer BioNTech for sure. You know, it's on page 33 of their report that their shot could cause hantavirus pulmonary infection. Your phone number is the trading range. 79 to 67, yeah. That is the trading range. 79K to 67 right now, because we're holding 80K right here in this class. And you got the two CME gaps right down here, one right here, and you've got one right here that we can close at 67K, like you're talking about, 79.67. So from 79 to 67, you know, that would not be nothing to us. We've been talking about this, right? We talked about closing the first one up top, gravity. You know, we were gravitating towards that one. Now we can fall 17%, right? Close that CME gap, hit 666 again. I don't know if we'll fall the full 17%, but we'll see. We lose 66,600. I'd fucking say short this market though. Not financial advice, but it'd be C19 all over again, like I saying. I mean, get ready to buy the dip, don't trip. I mean, just saying. I ain't tripping, somebody push me. But yeah, I mean, anything above 70K, 69 right now, we're holding. We're in a fucking hodler market. Anything below 69, 66,600, we're accumulating. We're selling this market. You know, I mean, when I say sell, I'm going to shorten the market, right? I don't mean sell your bags. You know what I'm saying? Trading specifically at that point. Shorting and accumulating. All right, hodling and longing. Okay? So, and then de-risking. But Sell in May, walk away. Remember that. We start to lose 79. Don't be afraid to take profits off the table. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's your golden range. Right? We know that. We talked about that. Okay, but I'm holding on for dear life. Up and away. Lionsgate portal in a few months. You know what I'm saying? As we enter what, everybody will call eclipse season, but what we know is, well, the 9 3/4 autumn equinox. Okay? Wake me up when September ends rally. But, yeah. So I'm going to hold out till then and see what happens come Uranus stationing back in retrograde early September of this year. You know, we're going to go ahead and start speaking about that now more and more. We've mentioned it, but we're going to speak about it more and more as that eclipse season comes up. Nobody's telling you that, well, it's Uranus stationing back in retrograde this year. Okay? And, well, like the history of our work has shown, Uranus stationing in retrograde has brought, even now with the most recent 126K highs, it's brought every major market cycle high and every major market cycle low for the last 14 years. So I'm holding out till September. Wake me up when September ends. And, you know, when we get into February of 2027. Okay? So I'll be paying attention to those eclipses more than the ones come August that I'm sure are getting popular by now. So, yeah, that's a little secret for you guys, and y'all know that here. Uranus retrograde. Yeah, 322 hit. I'm sorry, 222 hit. 322 coming next. 702 golden pocket is what this chart shows at 106, 107K. We talked about this the other night, so I think it's the only one we haven't talked about tonight, but that's what we're reiterating. So, but alright, you guys, I'm probably about to head out. Hour and 19 minutes, 119, 911 code. Why not? But like I said, I'll try and get some information on this out together, some notes that are written down. This was kind of just rough draft, mad scientist behind the scene when we started tonight. Y'all know that. But it's interesting. It's all about the numbers, right? Scripted. So we'll see where they take it and where they try to take it. And like I said, if y'all seen that video of Donald Trump saying, "Nuh-uh, we ain't doing this," then you get it. What I mean there when I say we'll see where they try and take this Hanta-Lie-rus. But I think it's pretty interesting, especially with seeing these connections in the decodes as we head into Trump's birthday. Like I said, next month I'm already starting to see D-Day and that June bug heading into that cancer carcinogenic moment already potentially being very special this year. So, but yeah, with that said, we're signing out, you guys. Much love and take care. All right.